I dream of you tonight.
Wow. Second timeout call in the first half. Paper X.
Time out man.
Mau ya.
Mau si Sir Alex.
Semua punya masanya, Cuk. Paper kayaknya nggak masanya lagi nih sih.
Defender's side gonna be a little tricky.
Yeah, I'm curious how they play this.
Kayak out nih Paper nih.
I mean, you got double duelist, double controller. So you're not gonna have that extra layer of info.
Go see your Instagram, I send you something.
GE's gonna be running, well, they're technically running double sentinel since they have a Sage.
Buka Instagram.
But,
Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know.
I send you something.
Probably want to talk about how to get
Fuck, I know this one. I know this one. He's singing same like that. I know, I watched a TikTok before.
They're getting into some okay positions, but they're often a man down when they get into those plants.
Justin Bieber again.
How to make sure you're clearing angles, dealing with that operator a bit more efficiently. Getting some util to figure out exactly where it's at. Patman back to that A main hold. It's kind of more of a default look here.
Sorry.
At least considering what we said at the beginning.
Autumn on the hunt here, but target-rich environment. Can't find any of them. Nice shot.
You forget the lyric, I think.
From Jing on the hunt.
Oh.
Ultimately, we'll just snap back over in towards A main.
Be a little bit of false information there. A couple GE players had evacuated the site to avoid it.
Apakah Paper X menang, guys?
Playing on the same side, but
Aduh.
right up the wall. Forsaken spotting one. Jing trying to go on the swing out. Patman able to shut him down and backpedaling. Unaton will find something as well. Like crammed into the corner. Fighting back with fury. I'll be taken down. It felt like Devi not have been favored there whatsoever. But Unaton swinging in the mid is able to find one. The pit now going to be Bloom trying to lock them out. Spike not even yet planted. Gun barrel spotted. Devi maybe checking the mini-map there for a brief little second, but
ketahuan.
find the kill all the same. Unaton now slinking his way through the pit. And
Oh
Devi,
my god.
he might have not realized this. As here comes the turn back.
Aduh,
Devi,
Kevin!
but completely outdone. He thinks that Udo's going to pursue forward into the site to try to get the defuse, but he just swings right back in. The pit had been dropped, and this is a catastrophe.
What a sneaky play from Unaton.
A massive misread off the back of the timeout as well. Ult invested, but the op now recovered, and the round wins continuing for Global Esports.
Well, it looked like it might be an ace there for Devi. And he
It should have been.
It should have been. He
But
second
good
guesses
let-
himself.
He backs off to the stairs to get a reload, and that's when Unaton just happens to make his way through the pit.
Yep. Just enough space there to get through.
Angle-nya bingung banget ya.
What?
Hah?
How did he get
Bingung. Musuhnya dari mana?
Nggak tahu dia. Oh,
Dah, Le.
What are you doing, man? Bang Pak Meja.
That one I understand.
Sure. Well, there's a big
Ada.
reveal. Here comes the Odin. Been keeping this one under their sleeve the entire time, and Crystal now has, I mean, he's just tearing them apart. Something tagged to 37, Sankin dead.
This is part of what makes this map so difficult. Once the defenders get into that Odin, it can often be a real challenge. Oh.
Surviving with 7, but players, now 3, all just being worked lower and lower in health.
Let's go, guys. Apakah kalah Paper X, guys?
Attempt at the entry straight into a C's. Javi able to find one, but something fighting back still is the outer main able to find a very solid kill. Fall across, connects onto Crystal, still has that Odin in hand.
Crystal punya semua nak
Tries
ngeditik
to
nak.
cross his way back out the main. Well, now he knows that the Odin's there.
Kunci tuh Cih, bangsat dan lul dua.
Get that spot out. It's again,
Arrrr.
falls, but as tries to go in, run down Crystal. Autumn's there
Kalian
with
udah
the
mati.
operator. Dashes forward, grabs a Phantom. Third,
Adah,
well,
kena.
7 HP. What they have had.
Tidak bertukik, guys.
Continuing on their merry way.
Yeah, and they're so patient with their util too.
Nggak bisa apa-apain ya, bos.
Autumn
Kayak
there.
kita
Since he has the
selama
op,
ini,
he's
Mas.
gonna have that
Sekarang,
saturate a
Mas.
lot for these retakes. It's really annoying. And things are going sideways pretty quick all of a sudden for Paper Rex. 3-3 at one point. Now it's 7-6 in favor of Global Esports, who are really doing a nice job here, covering each other well, setting up with that Odin. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Paper Rex terbaca-baca, guys.
Iya guys, taktiknya guys. Apakah
Defender side
ganti
decision
Alek?
making.
Ganti Alek ya.
Ganti Alek, cuk. Alek out.
Aduh.
In, Autumn has the op. Gets the kill. Just double dash up and over the top of the hut.
Paper Rex aja diginiin, Cuk. Jadi wajar kalau kita kalah sama games ya.
PRX's face once again.
Kita sebenarnya Paper Rex.
Now he's in mid.
Dar. Dar. Dar.
He's getting the headshot through the wall. Forsaken.
Udahlah, Shin.
Round is over.
Main Roblox aja kita, Shin.
I would love to try to save this Phantom, but
Stop walking.
I
Stop.
imagine that
You're
Global
making too
Esports
much noise,
doesn't
bro.
wanna give him the opportunity.
We know.
Gonna rally the troops.
They all
and
know.
Go at him.
They clear all side.
Left, right. Ah.
Falls into the hurdle.
Dah kena mentalnya nih, dah
Longest
kalah
round,
kali.
Global Esports looking to make this
Antara nyawa dan
half.
Nyawa.
Can they rally?
Dua aja. Antara nyawa dan nyawa aja nih udah.
Round win.
Habis-habisan.
Just a nice little reposition there. Autumn takes that tight angle from his right-hand side. Hadn't seen him in that position before with that op. And
what are you doing? Gua nih sih. Mainlah tenang, men.
The dry swing into the site.
Oh, Paper Rex.
Or the push in the mid, I guess.
Padahal Paper Rex bawa Fade juga.
deep saturate.
Ya. Kuat pertahanannya, guys.
Watching up and over the top.
Di bait ya, baitnya ya.
Itu ada Udon sama Batman tuh. Jaganya kuat, Cuk.
That operator now.
Nggak tembus dari tadi, dikit tembus.
Dancing around this corner.
Dikit-dikit udah nonton ya, Padahal guys.
Smoke set up as he's gonna try to slowly drift his way across.
Bikin aja suara Paper Rex. Timing.
Divide though with sand.
Timing.
Noise now being made. That TP,
Tos,
Autumn
tos.
goes up and over the top.
Uy!
No, the
Oh,
teleport
gila.
timing.
Balik
Forsaken
dia sih.
narrowly escaping with the ult. Something.
Ada tuh nggak dicek.
Keleng Udon nih jago no, ya
Quickly
ada.
Jago banget nih.
repositions, cross-cutting out the safety. Evolution now.
Wow.
His hobby is so damn
Sofi.
fast that shot.
Ini karena nengok orang mati
Eh?
gitu.
Jing,
Udah,
Jing
nggak
mati.
boleh main.
There, but there,
Jing mati.
numbered. Tobias down. 7 HP. Autumn now making.
Happy birthday.
Aduh.
Bagus.
Tobias a world
Ngapain
away.
dia ulti sana?
Iya.
Jauh far so
Nice.
far.
It looks like they want the kill before they even get the defuse. We'll just hold it now. This is done and dusted. 9-3.
Ada event
What an
win.
incredible
Salah, aku jadi
from
kingdom aja kalau
Global
gini.
Esports.
Yeah, they are so well drilled right now. And there's so many different problems that this composition is giving. Paper Rex, Autumn looks great on the waylay, really well thought out in a lot of his timings. Good op usage, has good refract setups. And
What are you
the
doing?
Phoenix stuff
Say that.
doesn't really bother them none. The Sage is really
Terbandi,
annoying at the end of the
guys.
half. Yeah, Yudo is incredibly smart. Just gets the kill.
What are you
keeps us
doing?
out, and
What the-
these-
Pak
these
Cak,
great
what
little
are you
bait and
doing?
switches that they can do. See them all the time with Yudo.
Kurang litritnya ya.
Ya.
Lagi baku aja.
Jelek EV ini, Cuk, menurut.
Lagi baku aja, Ndra. Semua juga ini, Cuk.
Paper Rex has their work cut out for them.
Ganti lah kayak
I'm not really
Sen
sure
Jin
if
baru ya.
Alex is going to get the
Nah,
answer to his question of what are you doing, at least not satisfactory one. Autumn though, picking up right where he left off from yesterday. A rough go of it, some very unfortunate and lucky moments in those first two maps versus Gen G, but was on an absolute heater playing Jet on Haven.
Yeah.
Seems like just more than happy to carry that forward on this waylay.
Yeah, looks like these entry duelists, these op duelists really suit him nicely. It's been really spectacular on those agents. Yudo just remains an ever-present force on that veto. So frustrating to deal with him. He is incredibly smart. And a lot of fans for both teams. Saw a fan who had a sign up that said he traveled 8,000 kilometers to come watch Autumn play. And he's getting a treat.
That's a little bit of a journey.
Yeah, just a bit.
I mean, even last night, granted, I would say the majority of the crowd silent, Spy Global Esports, but when leaving the studio, saw so many people waiting in the cold to get autographs and photos with the players. There's a Jing, just fishing through that smoke, is eventually able to find a kill. Envy, nice 2 taps coming through. Jing will find the finisher, so Paper X 2-0 in pistols, and that is half of the round wins.
Yeah.
Let's extrapolate from here.
Yeah, some cool little stuff there at the beginning of the round. Like the protocol here from something to immediately throw the saturate when the waylay is coming through, but there's a haunt to follow up behind it for Global Esports, and it almost gets the kill onto something, but he's just barely able to get out of there, and that means the rest of Paper X comes through. Start knocking players down. Envy, sick little double there. Something with a judge up close and personal.
A lot of noise being made to try to get them baited around this corner. Molly at the ready to swing in. Autumn struck down. Just going for the quick little dash in, trying to play Jing in on the peak. Will be the kill, smattering of damage. Otherwise, an exit. Both sides is Forsaken. Big play there on that shot. And then finds some damage. Forsaken's going to have to backpedal. Space gain, and oh, Batman getting past the poison orb there. Just enough time. As head spotted, the swing in. Yudotan will be taken down as Forsaken, trying to figure out which angle he wants to play in, but Batman around the back will be able to find Envy. Now suddenly, Forsaken, his attention has to be split. This is the follow-up there, but Jing to the rescue. Will be able to bail him out. Rolls out the classic. Recover the Guardian. So, key weaponry going to be carried forward.
Orang-orang bilang dia marah.
Again for Paper X. Still a long way to go to run this map back.
Still, it's a little concerning for Paper X that the mental awareness that Pac could have slipped by wasn't there. So, it seems like they're still not fully comfortable on this map. You know, I've noticed that at times they don't really understand the angles or the positions, and they get caught out.
By the time that they had realized it and Envy goes to check,
Easy comeback.
A lot further forward than they could have anticipated.
Exactly.
Hey, women smoke him. They double swing alien, guys. They're in mid.
Penachi.
Give me fake deck shoot on B then, and we get ready on A. I'll just smoke for you guys. Okay, yeah, go towards A.
Can one of you like NT? I'll grab up.
Keeping things nice and calm despite the early pressure there.
It's a new year, so that means it's a new turn for somebody to pick up the op for Paper X. You know, it's been something, Devi. Now it's Forsaken's turn.
And with him on the waylay, yeah, you just kind of want to be playing the judge, especially in these rounds here, the bonus. This is a very hefty investment for Paper X. It's one that it's pretty early identified as, once again, just a little bit delayed on that. Can't find the kill, so
Comeback guys.
lives to fight another day.
And it seems like he's at
Jin, comeback Jin.
made Global Esports have to consider
Jin
an
tidur.
avenue of
Yeah.
approach, so
Lu
Paper X can lean.
Amasnya ada suara tidur ya.
Making a ton of noise now.
Mas gitu anak kulas.
Yeah, that first
Ui,
contact
nice.
shot.
Woi,
Stopped
nice.
it faster than might have anticipated. Devi finding one, repeats with a sheriff to find another. Can't quite get that third though. Crystal able to put him down
Dia ngopi tuh, for second.
nearby. Here's the footsteps of one. All set up as a TP into the corner. Javi's repositioning. Good look for the entry. Jing dropping down, finding the kill. Javi eliminated. Crystal's position now. No!
Nice!
Up in the judge.
Let's go, Ndra.
Tears them apart. Something on his feet there is
Jangan dikasih gerak.
convert the bonus.
Eskarosi jangan dikasih gerak
This
guys.
is a really well thought out round for
Ya udah
Live
ada.
ya guys ya.
Live watch
Having that
party.
op in place, getting the connection,
Iseng-iseng aja guys.
still forcing
What's up, chat?
Global Esports
Ini,
to play into your
YouTube.
setups. And a nice wall to make this cross to get that kill onto Envy. But
Iya,
then
Pak, pakai Phantom
right
juga,
behind
cepat
him is
doang.
Devi. We know what he can do. He's got a sheriff in his hands. Nice flash from Jing again. God, his flashes are so good on Phoenix. And then, yeah, they're stuck in the corner. Jing got the info and is like, something, your turn, you're up.
Yeah, it's almost like this guy should, you know, the people who want to play Phoenix in other regions of VCT should maybe study this guy.
I don't know who you could be talking about.
Weird, so weird. Anyway, Bucky in hand.
Even in our own region.
Yeah, a bit of firepower put into this one for Global is something. Yeah, nearly caught from that little pincer maneuver, but Forsaken's going to be the one taken down. It's a little bit of a delayed reaction, but eventually he's able to find Patman, but Crystal gets rid of something. Conan in hand, in B.
Berpasrah deh.
We'll find the one divide out, pushing forward. Hoping to reinforce and keep them protected. Autumn gonna try to get some damage through here, but straight into the face.
Nice, let's go.
Nice, come
Back man.
Looked a little bit wobbly there for a moment, but Paper Rex now just
Emang susah nge-tag di sini tuh Raya. Kalau udah lagi jago defenderin Raya. Kita aja ngerasain, Cuk.
The sharpness of the shooting in particular starting to really come forward. Okay, Forsaken dies there. That's a little bit of a weird one from Jing, but all's well, it ends well. Now you got the Odin of your own. You know how impressive that is on this map. Beautiful flash again. Believe me, we all know. Whoa, hold on.
Free Fire looking for this crunch, and Yudotan, well, he's just shrugging that one off. The ult is there, and Jing just immediately going to be shut down as Invi's only able to find one. Operator be able to come up with a kill, and as the dust settles, it's a 3v3.
Lumayan lah trade-nya. Tapi Jing
Bedlam
nggak bisa diselamatin tadi.
What just happened? Forsaken.
Average APAC round.
Yeah, basically. It's just bananas.
Oh, ini dibilang banana.
Really get much info here as Paper Rex. You have no idea
Apa tuh?
if they're going A or B right now.
Kayak di CS
And
ada
if the
banana.
timings are bad.
We're starting to shift back, but looks like the Vi
Udah di mid tuh pertigaan nih. Ini banana kayak
around trying to keep eyes on this side of the map. They have eyes on this corner.
Wih.
And- Oh,
What the fuck? The timing!
Fuck, bro.
Ping coming down behind Global Esports.
Fuck.
Getting a sense of this, but now you've got a double crossfire set up to intercept, and this is the spike in hand.
Yeah!
Toggle on the smoke.
Oh.
The walkout, Autumn struck down. Tommy now
Nice!
dead to Jason.
Main.
Nice little micro adjustment from Forsaken. Expected that repeat and reposition just ever so slightly. Should be round over here.
Anjing.
No way to try to
Yeah.
recover this one. Patman can make it hurt a little bit more.
Ini kalau
but
kalah nih.
economy
Nggak mungkin.
for Paper Rex is quite strong. That being said, though, now we can just good eco res. We will.
Out
Or
by
will
ya.
not kill my allies.
Kenapa dia terus pakai gitu ya? Punya
Paper
abang aja
Rex
ya. Yang
will win
saving
the
ya.
round.
Yeah. No money.
Low economy.
That was
No money, no honey.
well,
No
Patman
money,
is
no
still on an absolute tear.
This is crazy, bro.
a little weird to me. I mean, Yudo able to use this box against this setup, just something that Paper X could never really get into a position. Had he yet a little bit of help behind him too, but try to cover Jing there.
Kiri kanan.
And Crystal, Guardian, Bulldog for Javi. One away from a couple big ults for Paper X, but a lot in play already for the side of Global Esports. Got quite a combo to set up to really clear a site one way or another with the Nightfall and the Convergent Paths. Evolution there for Yudo to maybe try to eat some of that util again, especially from the Phoenix. Love to get advantage, some advantages in those fights, even though we lost one earlier. A bit of patience being shown by Global Esports. Haunt to tee up something to push a little bit forward with the Refract.
You say that patience completely on display though, but I'm wondering how misplaced it could be because I'm thinking about Frost not calling a timeout, considering how close things have gotten here.
Well, that's the thing with Frost. He calls timeouts when you least expect it. Yeah, that's how he keeps his opponents guessing.
Oh, he's just like Termy. Oh my god, these guys should be best friends. Double dash forward. And be caught in a trap. Devi only able to find one on the entry. More Crystal dispatches, puts them back in with the player advantage.
Nice.
Taken, however, swings Comes around the corner, is able to find Autumn back into a 3v3, and something completely unknown from his position here was hindered by the saturate. And now brings out a shot. This Jing from up above is able to find one. The jump around the corner, maybe a bit misplaced on their
Nice!
but Jing,
Fuck, bro.
Hampir.
Comeback sih
Fuck,
kamu.
bro.
narrowly
Something
comes
tuh sering
out
kali
on
gitu dia
top,
sih
a
mainnya.
wry smile.
Dikira kena, Ndra.
Iya,
And it is
sudah.
another
Nggak
round
kena
win
sih.
for Paper Rex. Flawless
Kayak-
mishap so far. Yep, the operator is right next to you.
I was worried for a second.
Kayak cang bisa landing tuh awalnya.
It's a great little execute from Global Esports. Again, Nightfall and the Convergent Paths. You basically just hit anybody that could possibly be on site. And poor Envy's the one who gets hit by the Convergent Paths. Devi up top, but then some nifty play. Oh my god. That's crazy work. 6 in a row.
Still yet not going to be seeing a timeout call. The
Guys.
militia buy is, I'm going to start calling it. We'll see if it catches on, but everything that GE can relatively scrape together. And there goes one of the players.
There's anybody who I believe could outduel something with a sniper, it's Yudo. Oh, Patwell, that's bad.
Now
Nice.
Pat's dead. Crystal now calling as things are just falling
Nice. Bit.
hard.
Oh, oh.
As there you go, fast shot. And just hobbing out. 1v5. Dash playing in Envy. And flawless for Paper Rex as they gain the lead 10-9. Feels like this has to be the moment. Getting ready to go into another buy round. And yes, the timer will stop.
Oh, just a spam through the smokes there for Forsaken. Look at this little micro flick. Boom. Love it. Envy looking good with that. Odin. So well drilled here a little bit. You know, we talked a little bit at the half.
7 round,
A
Cuk.
little worried with this comp.
Ya sih nggak
How this
apa-apa ya.
defense might look
Di
for Paper
bantai.
Rex, but because they get that pistol, because they're able to get that early operator, they're able to really establish map control without the need for having a sentinel or that extra layer of util for info gathering outside of Envy's fade. So this is
And obviously, I mean,
Good.
they've never lost it because it's just been this flawless run. So
exactly
they bring that op out. It's a bit unexpected. Doesn't get kills immediately in the hands of Forsaken, but they haven't had to cycle another one in, so the economy has also just been built up and has been very steady for PRX.
exactly.
Well, it took a hell of a long time, but there's the timeout call. Does it lead to a round win and a tied-up scoreline?
It might be time. We'll see. Got the
Map
rifles.
siapa nih? Map
So
yang
this round
Mapnya GE.
so crucial here for
Okay,
Global
let's go. I
Esports.
go recon here, a prowler,
They
and
need
go
this
back
round to
B
go
main,
to
okay?
keep that economy
TP across
in
to the
check.
I'm not dashing now.
Yes, one in B main.
guys.
Possible up on B main, guys. Trust me. Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go. Let's go.
Ya, tegang kali
We
muka
can
muka.
hear, we can hear.
Correct on that call.
Yang kristal.
You prowler again?
I
Yo,
need to
prowler.
hold this. I smoke elbow.
Swing away and a dash.
Got a
Now
great
we go.
read.
Dash at the ready. Forsaken. Setting up that paranoia. That's right to the corner. And a multi-man face means that he's got to backpedal very quickly. So sight going to be
Bit thick.
taken. Global Esports quickly in with the plant. Paper Rex now, onus on them to try to get this retake
Nightfall.
underway. They do have a nightfall, as you say.
Let it rip.
Ooh. DP Forsaken gives his life. Trade of the Omens. Now the swing
Oh,
in.
waduh.
And able to find two. Yudotan scaling forward. Here's up one, but now it is just something left standing. Operator in
Dah.
hand.
Kevin.
Refract expiring,
Agas.
has the money, but
Lari.
doesn't want to give him the shots.
Jauh.
Kabur, kabur.
Kabur.
Have a pacier hit here for
Gak
them.
bisa dah. Possible.
Swings up. They managed to catch Paper X off guard on the weaker side of the map, and that now ties us at 10-10.
Langsung ngomongin
Biggest
strat.
piece of that puzzle. Would have liked to have seen with Paper Rex being so quick to
Meng-
get over to A.
Kadang-kadang orang di low round tuh
Like there, if you're going to
Ya udah.
prepare
lama dia
for
sambil
it,
ngomongin
take
ini
a
dah.
second to talk about it, how
Di
you
low
wanna
money lah.
execute it.
Soalnya dia
I
iku
don't want to see them bunched up right on the other side of that wall. That's on
ngomongin
the
yang
side
next-nya
here,
pas
right
buy.
where you're seeing. I'd rather see them sit outside
Ini dua dia
and
dapat
then
kok.
think about it. But if
Kau
you're
lang.
that close and they're that fast, like
Nyasar peluru Batman satu Ci.
that nightfall right
Yeah,
away and go
okay.
because you give GE too long to set up their defenses there.
Oh, you're gonna out. Yeah. I will
You're
try
gonna
insta
what?
scan. Go. They scan. They smoke middle. Hold down, please, bye.
Hold on, wait. Step back. That's fine.
Puh. Kau lihat tuh apaan tuh?
Good kill from Forsaken. Yudo dead. Jing, a run it back available. As all the rest of Global Esports just scaling, trying to circumnavigate this pit in front of B main. Rally to check around towards yard. A flash now, cycled forward. Envy just jiggling on the peak, staring in towards this connector. Now, looks like maybe Global, at least wanting to explore towards this A side. See whether they find it. Not reinforced, but Forsaken once again striking. Jing now getting involved. Puts the spike down on the floor, and the other two players going to be identified here. Pushing forward.
Wah.
I mean,
Dia
Arjun
loncat.
has the ultimate available, so can get the recovery on the spike, but still in a pretty rough position as Jing unable to deny that one away. Plant now coming in. X gonna have to scale out of their own pit. Something checks around. Nothing yet spotted. Hobby now left to his own devices and can only find the one kill. Forsaken with a 4K. Gets that trade back right into the lead once again.
Yeah, like the big picture planning here from Paper X once again on this defender's side. You have the pit, you can overstack the site. That was a problem last time. Don't mind giving up a little bit of space. You have that run it back there if you need it over at A, if things get a little shaky, if Forsaken dies in that initial attempt at kind of a push towards that direction. It's got a lot of options for Paper X. A lot of layers to this defense that are really, really nasty to get through. Especially when Forsaken shooting like that. He was on it that round, and he's been on it most of this map.
Which is something that people really wanted to see because it was widely absent in that
Clang udah gagah
last
Forsaken.
series versus T1.
Main aku jago lo.
Currently there at the top
Sip-sip lah
of
cara
the
cantik.
leaderboard.
Eh.
We continue that here. Swing around the corner, the flash going out, saturate, lobbed in, Forsaken. Not actually able to find too much there on the blind spray.
I'm shocked he didn't get any damage on that spray.
Yeah, just a bit on the Patman, but goes ahead.
Mati kau kebakar anjing.
But now fire into the corner, on the dive forward, Forsaken to collect it once again. Flash at the ready, but the
Waduh.
smoke bloomed, and Bobby will be able to go ahead and trade one back with the bandit of all things through the poison orb. 20 seconds until the heal. Patman for now at risk, and they widely have to just slow things down and wait for that CD. Oh, wall boost. Forsaken trying to break this one. Patman can just try to scale forward, and he does.
I
Forsaken
expect dia anjing anjing.
ends up getting dropped. The heal should be available, and it is. Starts getting top back up, scaling his way up through Hall. Devi, however, silently slotting forward towards A main on this lurk, but Patman swings right into the op shot, and now Javi. Too many options remaining other than to try to sprint his way across into the B site.
Well, clutch would be quite the show here.
10 seconds left.
We're the new player to Pacific. Saw some big moments from him very early on here at kickoff. Great opportunity, but man, oh man,
Barangin.
really tough. Scott has Paper X play for the trade. Get the spot.
Position known.
Aduh nasib.
Font is there, so they know exactly where he's at. And yeah,
Kelihatan digituin.
catches him with the short. Paper Rex. Now up to
Emang paling enak deh emang bareng sih digituin.
from a 3-9 score.
Gak dengan mencari lo satu dari enak bareng.
Giving up
Kalau
one
kita udah di mid
round
1.
from this
B1.
defensive side.
Bingung cok dia sih.
Yeah, they're so well rehearsed on this side of the map. The push and the pull.
The inverse Zeta.
Apalagi laginya kita pas jalan rame itu ke tempatnya yang ada dianya loh.
Who would have thought?
Enak kali.
2026 and Paper X is way better at
Ngamuk,
defense,
ngamuk,
and
ngamuk
Zeta's
something.
way better at attack.
Shocking. But final timeout call now. Sent for Global Esports. I mean, look, they played.
Wow, 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 wow.
They managed
Nah.
to into an overtime yesterday. Fairly long one versus Gen G. And they do that here now versus Paper X.
Sure, I think so. I think this team's more than good enough to send us into overtime.
Mas mau tinggal no.
Trying to think of ways to
Yang
think
kalah
around the corners and the angles here that Paper X has, because they're just a step ahead, and their ability to control space with that operator is a real huge problem. So you're gonna have to come up with something creative, you know, maybe a haunt into a waylay dash or something like that to break him off an angle.
Cuak, kasihan deh
Few
lo.
things are available, of course, but you know, he's been owning something, has been with that operator, especially Yudotan. He's been shutting him down.
Good.
Paper X is good. Usually.
They have been.
Thanks.
This, I mean, a complete total shift across the half. Res available, only ult at the moment here for Global Esports. Just from the shadows, though, from Paper X.
If you can win this round, you should be in a really nice spot with the ult cycles. Ooh, just missed.
Patman's going to keep trying to scale off this. He wants to get on the line, but it ends up just being hubris.
That's painful.
I'll find you.
Res no more.
Gila, aku pengen
Cleared over the top.
kapaknya tuh sih. Gila.
Envy
Kapak ya.
does still have that Odin in hand.
Aku cuek lah besok
Helen.
pakai Odin ntar. Wah,
Tuh.
kena sih.
He's already done it.
Nice.
Might have just sealed the deal on this round. Dash in, quick refract out, TP up over the
Jadi
top.
dia.
Javi working his way into heaven.
Down B.
Gonna be looking for the backstab, but now noise is made.
Ugh.
Divide has it completely in hand.
Low, 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 low.
Autumn left in a
Langsung.
1v3.
Jadi dari
Double
kroyok
approach
sekarang.
the main. The connector here is gonna
Miss.
narrowly avoid the flick. Something dashing out the safety.
Anjing.
Kele comeback sih.
Comeback, Cuk.
GG.
Sorry, Paper X. Emang harus dihina dulu. Emang harus dihina dulu.
You cannot support fully, you know.
Ya, kita harus hina dulu, Shin.
Yeah.
Kita penyepong Paper X, Cuk. Kita penyepong Paper X.
Kok lagi ganti gininya? Ganti gininya.
Fisiknya. Apa sih? Asistennya kayak bilang.
Place your orders. The new 2026 Paper X now made with more stress than ever before.
More stress bangsa.
Unbelievable. Wow. This may have Global Esports kicking themselves a bit, but we know nothing else that this team is tenacious. We saw them fighting tooth and nail just yesterday, dropped that 13-15 on the breeze, came back, bested Gen G on Abyss, and bested them on Haven as well. So this still feels like it's going to be far from over, but certainly something to be avoided. We're going to breeze next, though. The selection of Paper X.
Jing Jet?
Yeah, it's going to be Jing Jet, you would suspect, unless they're changing things up once again. But I'm curious to see how this continues to look for Paper X with more and more iterations on the big stage.
Apa dia karena benernya sih karena patahan banyak, benernya advantage buat defend ya.
You know, it's a rematch of a map that we saw from these guys earlier, so what is going to be different is the big question.
Harus banyak kali nge-clear angle lah. Nih ada nih. Ini di bawah bisa 4 orang.
Will they be able to push this to a map 3, or will Alex and something once again have the upper hand and best frost? We'll find out, but for now we'll send it back over to the analyst desk to break down Corrode.
I too absolutely can't wait to get into map 2, possibly map 3. But for now, Paper X ends up winning their map pick of Corrode. It did look a little shaky in the first half, but as you know, defender side is a little bit more favored on this map.
Yeah, I think the comps maybe play a role into that as well, particularly GE's comp seemed like a bit of a nightmare to attack into, which we'll get into a little bit more detail of later. Was interesting to see, some waylay debuts and things like that. You continue to see some of these players be a little bit more flexible with their agent pool. I don't think there's a strong consensus on what the best duelist to be playing at the moment is if you're not playing a Yoru.
Yeah, I think it is a difficult choice at times, but I definitely think it's all about GE's comp in this one. I do think PaperX's comp is a little bit more flexible in terms of still having a flash at least to get out of a smoke. So I think they could play a decent attack half and a decent defense half. But I think it all comes down to GE, and as Pesky said, we'll talk a little bit more about why that is, and we'll break down it a little bit more. But for now, I think the GE comp is just so difficult, and we'll get into it.
Well, Patman being on that stage, you know, this
Angga
is
mancing
really
no,
hard
jak panak
to
jak
do
kurane
inside.
bahaya
I
nih.
would say even though he's MVP right now, a
Wih,
lot
man
of
Beo,
his
no.
kills were it's not like the other times, you know, they weren't as flashy. It wasn't all those lurks necessarily, and it was more cohesive with the rest of the team.
I mean, it's hard to be flashy on a stage sometimes at the end of the day, but yeah, definitely added to the strength of their defensive side. Outside of that, like, I think it was a mostly well-rounded performance from GE. I think Xavi's individual performance after a really hot starting kickoff has started to drop off as I expected it to, with more pressure, with playing against better opponents as well. I think the weight of having the IGL responsibilities on your shoulders and playing that controller role at times can be a lot to balance.
To be fair, this one is also a difficult one. You can see he has 22 deaths. He really needs to, on the attack side, with this comp, he needs to be sending it in as well, right? This is very much a second duelist Omen, right? He needs to get in there. He needs to try and follow Autumn, who is already having a really hard time. Guys, Autumn doesn't have a flash, right? The only flash there is Omen's paranoia, but Omen also needs to get into the site, right? So to be able to put both of them into a good position, Batman rather, needs to make sure that he's going in as well with the Sage, and then Javi needs to be kind of close to Autumn to be able to throw his paranoia and then teleport into the site. He can't be all the way, he can't go for his best paranoia line, right? Because he needs to be making it into the site as well, and before that they're getting picked off by the operator, and then they're getting picked off by the Odin as well.
I mean, that's the thing. The other alternative to that is you contact and you try to look for picks, or maybe you try to play the rotations, but PaperX, literally since the start of the game, Forsaken immediately went Martial Light Armor, save for an op, they got the op up ASAP, and that made it very, very hard for GE to play a contact-heavy attack side.
But let's rewind a little bit here to defense side for GE and why, you know, why they picked defense first.
Yeah, so here we have round 4. Jing is going to farm himself an orb over towards A main to make sure he has to run it back to kick off this execute. They want to use the Viper Wall to set up this A play, but it is so difficult to get in against GE's comp. First, you have the Sage Wall. It's a bit of an on-the-fly Sage Wall which gets broken quickly. Followed up with that is the slow orb, and then the rotations come in from Aziz, gets thrown out here for Crystal, further stalling this push, and by the time PaperX even make it up elbow and actually kick this one off, you've got both an Omen and a Waylay on the rotation to dump their paranoia as well as the saturate. So despite all of this investment and how far PaperX are able to scale up, they're running into 4 GE players with counter utility already ready.
Yeah, one of the oldest counters in the book since at the start of Valorant is Phoenix doesn't like playing against Sage. Phoenix does not like playing against the Odin, so you're going to have a hard time. On this clip as well, this is something just that's pretty cool that is new to Valorant. We have our boy Vito here. He's throwing hit through his util there, so it just eats up all of the Phoenix flashes, and it's just so awkward for PaperX to kind of do something. But just back to the original point, it is so difficult for PaperX to play that attack side because they are trying to run through all the Sage util. There's a Vito that they need to go through as well, right? So it is understandable why they kind of had a little bit of a harder time. And then on the defense side, GE, of course, with their comp is going to have their issues as well.
Exactly. But I want to point out also the two Waylays. Let's talk about the head-to-head with the two duelists here.
Well, this was a double Waylay debut, so we wanted to kind of hold them up side by side with each other. You can see both of them very heavily investing in the op on defense side, and both had a fair bit of success. The first kills and first deaths pretty even between both of them as well. I think some of that's going to come down to finding some opening success on defense, but then on the attack side, particularly for Autumn, maybe less so for...
Apakah 2-0, guys? 2-0 ya? Ini kopi lagi apa kopi susu ini baiknya ya?
Kopi susu. Kopi pagi tuh jangan. Kopi lagi tuh tadi pagi sebenarnya.
Kopi jantan tadi pagi. Berarti aku harus ke corner dulu nih.
Ngapain ke corner? Jauh sekali kamu.
Kemana?
Kamu nggak punya susu di rumah.
Apa?
Nggak punya susu di rumah.
Masa gitu anjing?
Aku punya aja. Maksudnya nyetok
There's no
kopi
Viper
susu.
for GE, so that does make
Mungkin
it also a little bit harder.
Nyetok kopi susu gimana modelnya?
Nescafe sama Nescafe klasik sama kopi kental manis. Susu kental manis. Dan
Hmm. Apa
es
ah?
buat dah jadi dah.
Apa arak, guys?
Dah sudah bisa.
Jangan ya, jangan nanti kita nge-push soalnya ya. Kita nge-push apa berdialog, guys? Kita lihat kondisi dulu, guys. Sepertinya berdialog malam ini seru, guys.
Had a lot of plays to try to disrupt GE because let's be real, if that GE comp gets in a post plant, you're not winning. You're running into interceptors. Not that's GG to the post plant. Yeah.
Well, one map where we are most definitely going to see
Hindi kan,
Vipers.
oh mana nanda, tulisin dah sepaknya.
This is going to be the next map, and
Tuh,
like
cewek
we're
nih.
talking about the next
Oh,
two maps. These teams have both played against each other
kena deh.
before. PaperX did find success on Breeze.
Coba
but it
gitu,
was
Sin.
very convincing at that point. We want to really see both of these teams step up, come back to this map with a new game plan. And what would you guys like to see from these two teams?
Honestly, I'd like to see PaperX change their comp, but we'll see what they're going to be rolling with going into this Breeze.
You call me.
Just saw
No,
GE play it last night in a very close.
Indra call.
Was going
Breeze, man.
ballistic, and in with 1 day's notice,
Kok cepet kali mainnya?
GE change up their comp going into this game against PaperX.
Why so
and
fast?
PaperX also
Wah, udah
Oh wait.
10 minutes only, right?
No,
The
they're
break.
gonna stay with Jing on the
Oh,
jet,
10 minutes.
something. So yeah, they've kept it the same, but GE has completely swapped it.
GE is gonna make huge changes. This is the first time we're gonna see Uditon as well on the duelist this for kickoff, right?
Yeah, he's going to be playing on the Neon. Haven't seen that much Neon, but actually I think it could be a good fit on this map. Once again, it's going to be a solo dive duelist, and Autumn's going to play the chamber. So on the defense, once again, it's going to be very annoying for PaperX to attack into.
Oh, this could be a 3-map series, I think. Unotan definitely knows how to play a Neon. So let's see how this rolls as we go into Breeze. Let's send it back to our casters. We got Paperthin and Achilles.
Big changes here as, okay, yeah, Global Esports, a complete shift over the last 24 hours. Uditon moving over to the Neon, a duelist that we don't usually see too much on Breeze. Going to be leaning into this, and they also do have that Viper now in play.
Yeah, the chamber as well for Autumn, so this to me just says that GE wants to take fights. They want to take duels. They want to get that open space and play for the gunfights. So it should be quite an interesting setup. Watch out for those Sage walls too. There's
Wah, dua
cheeky
smoker
ones. There's
sih
one on the
maksudnya.
backside of B that you can use
Yes.
to get into a
Astra.
tough angle for the opponents to deal with.
Disguised angle,
Yep.
perhaps.
Astranya Indra nih. Kalian nggak gambling ya, nak? Gambling B, nak? Gambling A.
That's it when it comes down to your smokes. Sage can offer you a little bit of control.
Wih,
Aduh, sedap jauh loh.
With this.
Saya ingin mengidang udah tuh.
ditauin nih, dicek pas ini.
Tagged up, as is Forsaken.
Kayak pakai Astra tuh enak sekali sih masuk semua. Kayak ngawak-ngawak. Lagi satu sih.
Very quickly, this ends up going the way of Global Esports.
Diritik.
Money there, but not the round win. It's the first pistol.
Kalau di sini nih, oke nonton live stream lainnya.
Kind of have a little bit of a firing angle into that.
Kalau yang di main nggak menang, yang di patahan nih pasti kemungkinan mati sih.
Global Esports gets that pistol round.
Andi patahan A.
Patahan nih, coba. Oke nonton gini kuda.
Having that chamber on a pistol round
Nih,
to the difference maker.
Patahan mana sih bilang?
Sheriff's behind it as well. Looking nice with the ghosts. So
dah kelihat.
from Global Esports able to get that extra angle tucked
Mana?
in behind the
Yang live
lines.
stream.
Didn't matter too much.
Oh.
Boh. Nih, kan ini musuh di sini banyak lini.
Oh.
Kalau yang di sini tuh nggak menang lawan yang sini ya. Yang di sini kemungkinan mati kali dah sih.
Spectre in the hands
Iya.
of Hobby.
Susah, Cuk. Misalnya ini nge-hiding nih. Ini nih kemungkinan pasti diceknya besar banget, Cuk.
Shot. Goes away, and so too does something. So that's both your duelists out of the equation nice and early as Autumn finds himself another kill. Patman will get involved with the Sheriff, and that leaves just Divide with the Marshal to try to see if he can put a dent in Global at all in this round.
Padahal dapat tadi ada dapat set ya.
This could just be a flawless 2-0
Kalah.
start. As, well, there goes that. Solid shot. Nice one from Divide, but how many more can he muster?
Oh
Pushing down
gitu ya.
low.
Bagus juga wallnya Dava ini.
He
Yang A-nya kelihatan.
Good armor values, but there you go. Okay. Eat the shot.
Yang mana?
Crystal.
Warna Nova yang merah.
Yang merah.
Patman
Kayak
will
gitu
swing
dia.
for the kill.
Aku masih bingung no, antara ke sini apa ke sini.
See what this has in store for us.
Kalau aku agak gini itu lebih panjang space-nya.
Oh, he's ready. We heard the footsteps.
Love seeing all
Tapi kita bisa ngontrol di sini sih jadinya.
Just something that I had actually asked Frost
Clay,
about is the
outlaw-nya auto sengket ya?
back at GCC. And I was like, oh,
Yang kan untuk sengket motor.
well,
Yang miring tuh.
lost my thoughts. I could hear that one.
Oh, berarti lebih bagus.
Well, he
Oh, kan
goes,
gini
we
bisa.
have to do this and we have to change that and then that, and I'm glad that he figured it out.
He's got it worked in. I just love changing.
Oh, remake ini nih no.
This map, I think you could actually.
Oh, boost to the top.
No.
Hill, Crystal somehow getting that kill. So just fooling
Remake
the
bridge nih no.
Paper X.
Remake bridge.
Ends up being a 1-for-1 in the end, but lucky for Paper X, they have a secondary duelist and something still alive.
Is that judge even revealed in the last round?
Siapa nih?
Don't believe it was.
I don't think
Ini
it
lah bilang
was.
outlaw-nya nih.
But it seems like Paper X is going to be able to
Oh, miring ya?
avoid it for now. Should be getting a pretty good idea here.
Something saya di sini anjing.
Go mid. Oh my goodness. The shorty. Prime position.
Might just hook them here. Nebula does fade, so he's got to back off. Now he's got a pixel angle.
Bangsat.
Trying to get
Ini lihat wahnya.
time. Jump up in the nest. Something
Nice.
The no-scope from Autumn does not connect. Counter swing from Forsaken finds the kill, and now it's all down to Javi. There's a drone out to the top, tucks away towards back pyramid, but it's being surrounded and dealt with. So just the one early kill onto Jing.
Flawless? Oh, Jing mati.
Very solid anti-bonus for Paper X.
Habis ini
Yeah, really nice work.
udah
here.
round
Good
10
patience
mandi,
being shown by Paper Rex
seger,
around their
tempur
own
lagi sekali.
smokes.
Diamond 2.
We'll deal with that pretty quick. Thank you, Envy. Nice play by something. That one right there. Really, really nice. Then they just trap him. They again playing patient there. Not no one's just running him down.
Sudah mulai gombloh
Showing
nyanyi
a
cuk.
little bit of caution. Envy saying, "Hey, let me drone first, and then we can finish the
Melali ya
job.
melali.
Let's keep that economy strong." A bit of a
Aku
spray
kayak
from
pakai Odin
Yoda,
nih.
slow orb as well to delay
Cuek bebek.
something. Just
Wih,
sending
ada
out
something tuh.
early fake
Boleh.
info.
Some posturing from both these players, but
Kontrolnya anu.
both will back away.
They're gonna try to show something here.
Ini di drone nih mati kali sebenarnya. Ya.
Be this far forward. Ball going up, but it doesn't fully block off anything.
Bangsat wall apaan anjing?
Gap into the back. Makes it a much more difficult swing, but something's still gonna go for it. And is able to back away, life intact.
That should keep the strong side stack over on A.
Oke nih.
Thrown the spot out. Actually doesn't end up getting cleared. Jing now going for the entry. Rendezvous set up at backside. Jing on the prowl. Can't see much of anything quite just yet, but you know the relative position of the chamber, especially now with a ping out.
Wah!
Flick, swings it around.
Waduh, menang dia anjing.
Overwhelming. Yudotan
Ini
able to
kalau
find
saya
the
kan
kill.
dapat.
Jing gonna be taken down for sake of
Kelang.
redraws with the operator. 20 HP. Divide.
Ah,
With the
dapat.
fight, but Envy comes out on top. Has the heal for himself as well, leaving Envy alone in this 1v2. Spike in hand.
10 seconds left.
Taps faking the plant, but ends up getting flushed into the Global Esports. Able to find this as will just be grab the operator, the res there.
Cek mati-mati ya lo.
There are two players there that thought they had Autumn killed in that corner, and they didn't. To swap. Patience on the other side of the map. by
Lebih baik
Crystal,
dia
trying to deal with the lurk.
beli ngumpulin ulti.
Oh my god. But Jing transferred over to Yudotan. I think
Quick
he
scoop
thought
ya.
he had Autumn.
Kelang.
Oh,
I can drop the up this round and use my
Filthy no scope.
Maru, scoop
That's the
lah.
shot.
Quick scoopnya agak kurang gitu.
Tahu.
And
Quick
now
scoop.
hands the operator over to Yudotan.
Wih,
They've
jangan.
got two
Wih, jangan
players
sih.
tour de force.
Dua OP no. Gombloh sih OP. Agak sih OP.
Over. Exchanged on both sides. As the global players sent scattering away. Cosmic Divide going to be called in.
Wih, timing lo. Kelang pas di padahal sih.
Something's life, I believe.
Bangsat aja deh neon aja.
Bangsatnya neon bis. Smoke main po, main dalam smoke.
Nya menang nih.
Coba gua masuk no. Dava sama Geno.
Kills exchange 2 for 2 as Jing trying to hold his own. Will be able to find the one. Something gets a piece as well. It's all down to
Dor.
He's gonna be caught and reload.
Kayak wajan ngehold di itu ndra,
Fighting it back and forth over these last couple rounds.
Sekali sih.
Mati di sana masih. Kecuali kayak ada smoke sana berarti. Astra the best in the world nih.
Some good trades, some good firing lines.
Menang kalah ini.
Quickly enough and efficiently enough by Global Esports.
Apakah GE semakin kuat apa PaperX yang lemah?
Apa?
Apakah GE semakin kuat apa PaperX yang lemah nih?
Makin dapat permainannya mungkin ya. Karena ada EV menyesuaikan. Yes.
Wow. Wasn't the player
Pak
revealed.
Senjata.
Yeah, challenges for that and immediately finds the headshot. A hell of a one there from Autumn.
Ada save nih bocil.
Tagged to 6.
Serip jauh.
That's a great way to try to start off a thrifty attempt.
Javi, where are you? I need heals.
Cepet.
Looking for
Jongkok.
as speed.
Kok yang kena sih?
Backpedal coming through. Snakebite going to be lobbed in as well. By able to just dance over the top of that one. I believe yep. Javi has been spotted. And
Top 5.
waiting up for him. Tries to find the flick on the Udaton. Doesn't manage to make that happen, but Jing taken low to down. Bucky able to find the kill. Pass lane set up, goes right into by. Gets the no.
Bangsat.
Just piles right into it. Shot wide onto Autumn, but further damage has been taken by the chamber. Just two players dancing around the back of Orange here. And timing shots from something are able to find Crystal. Autumn looking for a little bit more, but eventually will get taken down.
Quick scope dibalas dengan quick scope.
They tie it up 3-3.
Yeah, some interesting ideas there from Global Esports. Some nice shots from Autumn. Just not enough behind it. Get that eco to go.
Wang. Pressing shot no.
It's probably so doable right up until this point.
Muncul senjata di pentas.
Udotan can stay alive with that neon. Very, very different. Devai is very good with the operator, as we have seen many times throughout the years. Him or something is a dangerous weapon in any of their hands. That is without a doubt.
Wanting to avoid similar score line as the last time that they had played. Frost the timeout here. Obviously, very different composition. Set to try to catch PaperX off guard. Where is that fan?
You gonna shake his hand?
I want to shake his hand.
Oh, he's got another Autumn sign. Let's go.
He's been off to a great start so far on the map.
Yeah, I mean, Autumn's been stellar today. The last 2 days, he's been really, really good for Global Esports. Love to see it.
Yeah,
I watch on top. Pull up right away. They open doors. Nice trade, nice.
I had the same reaction as the coaches.
Yeah, Vladkor just shaking his head. All right.
Sure.
1-for-1 trade. Divide down. That's the pit out of the equation. Batman has one of his own. He's playing, leaning in towards this door side. Doesn't have any intention of investing in here, though, but he's going to try to push this wall.
Batman.
Tailwind forward. Jing pushing in there, not paying attention to him at all. Batman lines up 3.
Fuck, itu smoke no.
Itu udah bilang kita untuk buat diri kita nih heading tuh. Di saat musuh nge-push tuh nggak pasti dia nggak
percaya.
Kita.
Sometimes nggak kena.
It's a nice cheeky placement of that wall. PaperX just doesn't read, and they're pinging all over the place. Oh yeah, just the timing. Great flash, the right idea. This is just little sneakery. It works beautifully for Pat. Yeah, yeah.
Wah,
Dah.
That one's frustrating.
aduh. Banyak sih.
And
Gua kena damage tuh, Mejo tuh.
as soon as the dimensional drift
Kalau
is popped.
Kena
kira-kira
30.
darahan ya.
Kena 30.
30 darahan.
Masih 120.
120.
Alongside these blades. 7-1 though for Jinx. Been a much rougher go of it on this Jet compared to the first outing versus Global. So looking to lead the way, takes the shot on the way in. This Autumn able to find
Jebakan
Forsaken,
yang
walking through elbow, trying to go on a flank. Yutan now just around the corner with that Judge, immediately just snipes him out of the sky, slides in.
Asik kali.
Annihilates them.
Asik kali nak si gini nak. 3 kali aja nembak dia dang dang dang. Anjing.
Lulus mau.
No weapon. I mean, I guess you could try to do whatever. I think Forsaken had a sheriff. Never mind. He's just gonna grab an orb, take that for himself, try to get some ult charge, and then maybe get a kill.
Maybe get a kill.
Yeah, if you could find a kill here, that'd be nice consolation prize. What if he just goes all the way around plants
And then wins
and then wins?
with 2 HP.
That would be
The greatest clutch ever witnessed.
yes.
Well, Hobby, maybe, no, I was going to say maybe backpedal into him, but it does turn around. And there you go, flawless confirmed. Global Esports now carrying on, up by 2 rounds. See what Paper Rex are going to have coming into this, because that pit's still available. The Overdrive, the Hunter's Fury, there's a lot of ults.
Lagi di sana nih.
Going for the Astral Form.
Ini pak
The
pak.
ideal spot, never get the awareness that Yudotan's behind the pyramid.
Yes, bro.
The swing and emotions across the stage.
Ya sering kali chambernya sampai sana sih.
Hey, where's it, Viper?
The swing, good counter shot from Jing, as Hobby ends up overstepping. Player advantage now for Paper Rex is Yudotan walking out in the mid, spotting Envy, but can't find each other. Shots whizzing past. Pit still set up here.
Loh,
in
dia
play.
Viper aja.
At A main for Patman, and it looks like no, just gonna leave the Yor to
Aduh,
linger
udah
around the area. Yudotan tagged up a bit, comes back across, works his way into
Sorry
shot.
guys.
Potentially could be at risk if he thinks that everyone has left the area. Something. Oh,
Ya Allah, ada timing,
Aduh,
Pak.
ngapain dia?
and that gives you the opportunity to get the flick. A big misstep, a big catch for Yudo, and now a 3v3.
Patman left the pit to go check on that TP.
They have a drone to lead the way in. It looks like Envy going to be going for it, so Patman just tucking away, hasn't been spotted yet. Drone not
Lu tahu infeksi?
all the way behind Pyramid. Patman might just find a
Aduh, lagi sih.
timing. Both of them were looking away. Jing trying to swing forward, but now Yudotan arrives, comes to the rescue, and it's just Envy boxed in behind bricks. Swings out, Patman wins it.
Anjir.
They get up to 6.
This is so expertly played by Patman. He's able to get ahead of the recon dart onto the other side of the pyramid. Nice trades early for Paper Rex. It's really what you needed to give yourself that man advantage, but yeah, something caught off guard. Oh man, yeah. This right here, he just knows how to work against that Sova util so nicely. So well thought out by Patman. And
Apakah lagi di comeback nih kan?
is it
Kira-kira
Paper
gimana,
Rex's turn
Ya,
for the timeout?
kemungkinan
Indeed
besar
it
ya,
is,
Mas.
So, kind of curious. Seems like they're starting to get flustered. The operator comes into play once again, and all of a sudden, you know, once you can get to that gun, it feels like both teams are having a really hard time finding the adjustments to deal with it, to be able to take that space comfortably. So probably talking about maybe how you can work some of that smoke util. You know, you've got the double controllers. You should be able to get a little bit more zone control of the map. Maybe put a little bit more attention towards B. Something like that. I'm curious to see how Paper X is gonna come out of this. They have a Hunter's Fury. Jing's got his ult. So does Yudotan.
He starts seeing a step up, though. I mean, Jing and Envy both pretty rough goes of it here. 3-8, 3-9. Jing was the one leading in kills when they played against Global Esports previously on this map. Will reposition into a fast hit. Reassessing, sends out the recon. Shock darts at the ready, double stack behind pillar. Could be good value, but for now the pit gonna be blooming.
Wih,
Something. Not quite getting caught by the sprays there. Maybe enough to make Global think that box is going to be cleared, but
Lagi lu di Golden Boy lawan Aris ya.
forward.
Iya.
Divide, the pit's dropped. Haven't just found Divide. Forsaken, rushing him down.
Nggak ada yang
Doesn't
kena.
get a kill. He puts him low, but can't confirm him. And now it is just Jing. Cloudburst thrown down, tap of the diffuse. Jing looking for a timing, but now they know exactly where he's at, and he cannot
kelewat
follow
dia
on
kena.
him. Feels like Paper Rex just giving in to the stress and strain in these rounds. Unsteady hands. Global Esports, though, steady as she goes.
Yeah, just the judge just didn't go. If it does here for Forsaken, could be a very different round. Divide just goes peeking out of his pit. He gets cut down. It's just being watched like a hawk by Patman. I don't know how Forsaken doesn't get at least one with that judge, but
I do not understand. I do not understand. I do not understand.
I don't know either.
yeah,
How did the judge not kill anybody?
yeah, no, that's what I don't understand more than anything.
Let's just delete the gun from the game.
Yeah,
Just get rid of it.
that
It's like
one I'm
it's-
fine with.
It's an RNG weapon.
I'm totally fine with eliminating the judge.
Keduknya sekon-sekon robot kayaknya. Oh.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Anjing sakit sekali kena tendanganku di Golden Boy. Sakit lah.
Yang gitu.
Kan Aris.
Ijanya kayak gitu.
Terus kan di Instagram gue liat.
Now the one to try to hold down this site. As Autumn is around from behind, has that operator caught a glimpse of the jet, but will be able to catch a shot on the Divide. Spike, however, brought forward, ready for the plant. Forsaken still holding close and will be able to get the intercept kill onto Autumn. Crystal now the do it all.
Ya Allah.
This is still very good damage because Paper Rex,
Satu-satu pick nih.
they are broke. No real money to speak of here, but we'll be able to get the round victory and potentially can make this a 7-5 half.
And finally able to find a counterplay, read the push out here really nicely. Great util. Envy teeing up his duelist there. They've got layers to this mid hold. Patman just too many targets out there. Forsaken's so patient. Was wondering, is he going to use a star or a smoke here? But had to wait. Wanted to make sure that that angle that Autumn killed Divide from is dealt with. Challenge Patman, Crystal over towards the front of A. I mean, everybody leaning so hard into this mid area. Paper X is gonna have to fight for this.
Warga langah maling kabur kena aja. Paci 4 kena. Indonesia.
They still suspect somebody in the corner, but Util hasn't really landed at his feet, so still very healthy despite the shock darts. I mean, look
Anjing jangan kan.
Oh my god.
Kulang grim-grim apa nih?
from Autumn, and yet
They might just
he still didn't see them.
oh
Walk forward.
Aduh, ngekuk, ngecuk.
Scrappy, but eventually Patman able to find a Divide going to be taken down. Scale forward.
Aduh
Bobby
timing.
able to find Jing right before the Cosmic Divide comes through. Something now tucked into this tiny little cubby.
Yuk.
God timing.
Yuk say.
Nggak kedengeran.
They're checking in around this site, but no, he'll just go for the peak. It crashes over. No. Retreat onto the B site where the trademark will get cleared.
Dapat satu lagi lah.
Paksa.
Dapat satu lagi lah. Persekan diam.
Timing nih.
Cah.
Aduh.
Gets the turn, gets Forsaken.
it's an odd smoke.
Sep's gonna be heard, so information about this position of Patman. Rez coming through something, wanted to try to clear that out, but he's just completely and utterly surrounded, and Patman has been able to deliver the kill because Envy just couldn't quite track him down. If he had any numbers, this Hunter Sphere, he could save them the round, but all alone, there's just no hope for that one.
Sekarang giliran dibalik.
8-4, Global Esports once again a strong open.
Pistol round menang masih ada gini. Masih bisa bernapas lah.
Maybe this attacker side has a little bit more legs, but you don't have that extra layer of smokes, just the Viper.
Takut dia ngeras ya, Dumen ya?
Nggak main agresif lagi dia, beda dah cara main.
Forsaken at times weren't necessarily as impactful as you'd like from an Astra.
Let's go for nice.
Halftime.
Yeah, so they're feeling okay about that scoreline, so to just wait and see going over to this defender side if Paper X still has some of that comeback magic in him. Yeah, I mean, they're just doing a great job controlling the map, finding those kills, holding the angles that Paper X isn't expecting, making good timings to make their moves, hiding players in spots that Paper X isn't ready for. And again, it's Autumn, topping the charts in the first half with the ACS on the chamber.
I think last time out, it was 7-5 at the half for Paper X from starting on the defending side. Are able to get the finisher on their attack, so significantly better handled by Global Esports with this defense. Can they punch through is going to be the question.
Yeah, I mean, generally you're not going to get as much value out of a chamber on your attacker side. That isn't always the case, of course. The Neon is really what needs to get things revved up for the side of Global Esports. Yudotan.
Comeback, I guess. Comeback harusnya dah.
After being stuck
Comeback,
on
ya?
veto duty so far in the entirety of kickoff. If he can get it going for him.
A loss today will result in the same placement.
Will this just be a repeat of the start of last year? Can they improve? Quad push out of Nest. Be a quad phase. Into elbow. The swing's coming in, and Yudotan. This match is won, but will be traded. Jing able to find that with his Sheriff. Something hearing the rendezvous out. As now, Patman making his way forward here in mid, but Envy critically able to find Autumn before the Headhunter.
Ya Allah.
Finds a great timing, but so too does Forsaken until he looks back over into the site. Now just something to try to rescue them in this pistol. Otherwise, Global start things off 9-4 the half. Now they know exactly where the Yoru is. Double face in, Crystal to collect it. Global, they tie it up 2-2 in pistols. They get one step closer to sending us to a map 3.
Yeah, that one really, really important for Global Esports. Just based on how Corrode went, you feel like you kind of need this one. And they don't account for the second layer. Patman again so smart against his former team.
Main licik.
Finding that timing to hit him in the back, hit him where they least expect it.
Main licik dia buat jengkel kadang-kadang.
Absolutely need to close this 2-0. Think about how split went between these squads the last time.
That's true.
Gedein timing. Ya Allah.
That is very true.
That's true.
Once again with a Marshall, but no one yet playing in towards his side of the map.
A little bit of a couple different guns actually bought into this. I mean, you've got the Shorty for something, the Marshall for Divide, the Bandit for Jing. So Paper X looking to give themselves a little bit of an extra edge to try to find the Thrifty, increase those odds ever so slightly. And, you're kind of just expecting, thinking back to Corrode, what you saw here from Paper X was death ball push out on one side of the map. So
I don't know.
looking for that stack again before they commit.
Hantu guys, hantu.
Gonna be able to cover this drone in time.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Then again, Tucker to the corner. Shorty able to find one. Quick little fade away. Not finding anything, and something just gonna try to play himself in with that flash. Forsaken. Bounding forward. Manages. Again, it's 2 for 2, but now Envy getting involved. Catches Yudotan, and suddenly start being concerned. Knife out, Patman just now. Swoop in. I thought that Envy for sure had heard the footsteps there.
10 seconds
Not
left.
that he turns away. A chance, but a narrow one. A lot of it feels like it might just come down to Devi with this Marshall being able to find some shots. There's one going wide and manages to break line of sight. Gets around the corner, as well as some damage onto Devi.
One enemy remaining.
Jing now finished off. These would have to be crisp. Trying to just tuck away. Get himself
Dapat.
into a narrow little line here. Finds the headshot.
He's got him one.
The bites out.
No, the
No way.
Oh,
No.
will bring it to a conclusion. However, a very good, thrifty attempt for Paper Rex. They made this one hurt for Global Esports, but they still can't stop them from getting up to 10-round wins.
Yeah, cute little play here. Flash out, and Autumn's trying to scramble. Throws a couple 100 credits, a headhunter bullets at it too. Nice work by Patman in the long run, but man, oh man, it was labored. Some really good ideas from Paper Rex.
Mati gak kah anjir?
Disappointment from Crystal there.
It's fine, he'll be fine.
He'll be all right. Yudotan has the Phantom.
Timing janji.
Something I mean, he acted like he just didn't even see anything.
Oh, he saw him. He pinged it.
I don't know, it's just no even attempt to try to fire a shot, but okay.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's even faster.
Oh.
Hell of a hit from Patman. Now a weapon recovered.
He is just so good.
Devi holding close on the corner. No flank coming through, so we'll just be straight up into main. The tailwind available. There's wall raised. Back up onto the half wall for Jing. Slow orb going to be sent. Fast lane coming through.
Wah!
By. I mean, barely any damage is found.
Yeah!
Balls. Jing's right there out in the open, and Yutan quickly
Pecuk
smashes
semua.
him. All the weapons handed over,
Spike planted.
and a lot of the damage patched up by Javi. This is looking absolutely and utterly catastrophic for Paper Rex.
Terkejut sama smoke sendiri, Ci.
BB4. How you meant to pilot this spot. Headshot just not connecting. Needed that. This corner double stacked.
One enemy
Envy
remaining.
still somehow is able to find one. Forsaken gets two, but there's Patman.
Lagi
Anjing.
Batman sih.
Finisher in these rounds. A 3K form, 22-7 and 1. He wants that
Carry na, no?
revenge. He wants
Come
that
on, guys,
three.
wake up.
22 kills. What the heck?
I mean, this right here.
Kelihatan
second
bus
shot
sih bangsat.
through the box. Just some delayed reactions and some odd timings. Right as Jing is kind of going to maneuver himself a little bit closer to the pillar, that's
Aku
when
lihat bisa gitu nih
the
Mbak
hit
Asli.
starts coming through, so he's not on top of there to get that first angle down in.
Oh my god, you guys have no idea how to play anymore.
And just some whiffed shots as well from Paper Rex on that entry.
Kalau lagi main tuh, boleh dia ngomong ya? Nggak kayaknya ya.
It's round done. And this is looking nearly a certainty that we're going to split.
Ngomongnya di Discord dia.
Let's start the run back.
Should be ya.
Apa game ya? Kita mandi dulu dah, udah jam.
Hard to imagine it coming through. I mean, already such a strong lead. Momentum on the side of Global Esports and a big shutdown on your anti-bonus round. I mean, it's all smiles on the opposite side of the stage. Having a whale of a time. Paper Rex need to try to wipe the smiles off those faces, but it just doesn't feel like they're capable of doing it here on Breeze.
No, it feels just completely different. You know, even though Forsaken's 11 and 13, he doesn't look comfortable with the util sometimes, and Devi's been a little bit shaky, and well, everybody's been shaky, to be honest, and they're gonna buy into this. They're forcing.
That's not the one tap they would have liked to have seen. Forces the heal onto Javi. I mean, they show presence shifting over towards the doors, and then I assume it's just an audible. They just cut right up into mid. And now they might just have this pivot into B.
Well, the good news is you've been able to sneak something into the back lines, but I think Yudo's somewhat suspicious.
Well, it definitely is. We're about to maybe find out. Crystal sprinting, something swinging, killing, finds it. Doesn't have an exit strategy, and as he tries to set one up, it's the bad news that Yutan is right there, dialed in on the line. Jing trying to work his way over towards Nest, getting picked apart and be stunned up for the moment. Warning ping coming down, and Forsaken still quite far away. Double up, able to find at least the one kill as Autumn plays up in front of this Cosmic Divide. Finds one, Crystal now going to be rezzed all the way back over towards Elbow. Wall set up, and Divide just trying to skirt along this wall, but he's about to be timing. Tavi finds him, and it's now all on Forsaken.
Please, please win, please win. Oh
She cannot.
no.
It would have been that potential
Ah.
Fury from long range to deal with. This map is looking over as Global Esports. 8 chances to close it out.
It's just so hard, it seems like, for Paper X to have follow-up spatial awareness. The initial awareness, good in this round. Able to work that open space, but then something not anticipating that Yudotan would be there. Then they start walking in to that space that had already been claimed by their opponents.
Let's go, boys! Oh, how is that a bad one?
So something can survive a little bit longer. Maybe it's a different round, but here we go. Turn up the tempo, pop of the overdrive.
Yeah, they just want to bring this one to a swift end. Already some early damage out of Forsaken. Unicon sprinting, spotting, but Forsaken peeling back. Divide able to find one as well, but just swing forward. It ends up getting taken down. Forsaken doing well to find a second kill. The Hunter's Fury is out. Jump through the smoke. Crystal eliminated now by something. Going for some swing, but Avi sits him down. Heal available. A 1v2 would be a monstrous clutch to bring this map to its end. And oh, they give him an opportunity to isolate, but Jing will be able to get it. No. 7 more rounds to go if Paper Rex want to push this into OT.
Yeah, it's something at the very least. If you can string a few more together here, get some of that confidence back, get some of that mechanical skill, that sharpness we saw in Corrode from Paper Rex. But this is, you got to do this. I love it. As Global Esports, you know, just end it quick if you know, with that overdrive and all that other stuff. But yeah, didn't work. So what?
You want to play?
For the fast play. It's the tour de force.
There's 3 players stacked on the other side of this here. As Jing up and over the top, the ping reveal. Oh, going for Tiles Crunch here in a main. Had this one up their sleeve for a little while, it would appear. And it ends up looking gorgeous. Swing out, Patman still finding Forsaken. But now, 4v2. Tour de force, though, in the hands of Autumn.
Oh,
What the heck?
oh. Just calm the
This
fuck
becomes a
down.
lot more doable.
Ridiculous.
Spike still dropped over by Shops. Be scooped up. Crystal just joining in, playing alongside Autumn. Zinvi scales forward with Jing, getting a good amount of information, relaying this to something who needs to now try to hold the door.
He should be here, right?
What a force for the check in the corner. Not quite, but Crystal.
Oh my god.
Very low, 52 health
Yeah,
between the
udah.
two.
30 seconds left.
The push
No,
out
no.
Enemy
in B,
remaining. Spike
arriving a
down
bit
B.
faster than they might have anticipated. Recon for the ping. Rendezvous behind the half wall. Spike in hand, but Jing scales forward. A 3K form on the jet, starting to look alive. Still yet, though, 6 more rounds needed for Paper X.
Yeah, some good moments here and there. Again, these little set plays have worked well on this map for Paper X. They're able to get their traps to go, but usually it's been GE the ones who have been finding little moments. This is look at half. Nicely done by Autumn. Yeah, round getting a little too dangerous. Not too sure where the other players are. Went for the plant, paid the price. Weak buy. Autumn has a rifle. Still a res there for Javi. Patman is a pit, so look at him.
Try this again.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the reveals, but it's going to be a Bucky from Utatan to take them down and find something as well. Rez invested, Inby darted right into the face.
GG guys. See you in the next match.
Aggression is counteracted. Slight misplays and overconfidence in the round from Paper Rex.
I give up already.
As them
Stress,
pay
I watch them.
the ultimate price.
Yung
This is
stress.
Forsaken and Divide to try to stop this map from coming to its end.
I wanted a slow weekend, but I guess stress weekend
On top of the wall.
because of PPX. PPX, you know PPX. Kan PPX, PPX. Wah, spam lagi pakai Wendell. Bop, headshot.
Let's go. I take a bath first.